injury, currently perceived as unchangeable. In addition to educating the public to raise awareness of the impact of spinal cord injury, Walking with Anthony raises funds to expand Project Walk and other rehab centers, support research relating to spinal cord injury rehab, and most importantly, we provide financial assistance to spinal cord injury victims that do not have the funds to pay for this expensive recovery, so many may have the opportunity to get stronger. Donate today and help Walking with Anthony provide access to the therapies that they have miraculously helped many people get stronger, live healthier, and have the opportunity to walk again. To make your donation or to learn more, visit Walking with Anthony.
Are you a connoisseur of scents? An ambassador of aromas? Love filling your environment with the smells that take you back, relax your mind, and set you free?
At Aromas on Demand, we specialize in only the best, 100% herbal incense and aromas at incredible discount prices. Visit us online at aromasondemand.com.
ExcideRadio.com.
I'm sorry, I've been there. But I am tracks and tracks all over all these flowers. But I am spat and steps on this ground with my power. And I have nothing like rehands to help in my moment. Piercing cries all around me, and I can feel my pain. Baby, now surround me, and I can hear them ring. My people are bleeding for myself to the heart. And my apathy is tearing my people apart. Yeah, maker, I'm sorry, I'll never. But treating the happy like that, damn, like it was a feather. But I have trespassed and trembled all over these angels. But I am sweet and sex and a short-term and I now open my heart to listen perfect. Pulling along and keeping unworthy. When the soft affection all around me, and I can't feel a thing. I'm blinded by the content, I turn them into things. My people are bleeding for myself to the heart. And my apathy is tearing my people apart. And I twisted over these noises. I sedated them with these poisons. And I've not given guns a chance to fight them. Only consumed.
Hello, you've reached Toolranchula. Please leave your name, number, and message at the sound of the tone, and I'll make sure to get right back in touch with you.
Dude, it's Silverback. They shouldn't have let me out of the cage, man. Meet me back at the studio.
it's time for the Gorilla Cookie Radio Show. We're broadcasting live from Excite Studios in Los Angeles, California. Here's your host, Silverback, and as always, Toolranchula.
Here we go again. What's the name of the show again? Gorilla Cookie? Is it Gorilla Cookie? That's right, yeah. Hey, right off the bat, man. I wanted to play this song, All Right. It's from a band called Deafness by Noise. We love these guys. We've been playing them all week. But it's been a long-awaited return. This is our official 2-hour time slot coming back to you.
New time slot.
That's right. Brought to you by XIRadio.com. Everybody out there who wants to call in, you're welcome to. Our number is 213-973-2977. In studio with us tonight, we have Elle. She is a. Introduce yourself, Elle. We've got.
I'll introduce you.
Oh, you want to do that, right?
I'd like to do that. Yeah, let me go ahead. This is Elle France. And by the way, anyone that doesn't know who I am by now, well, we'll get to that here in a little while. I'm Toolranchula.
Who cares about you?
This is Elle France. She is actually a celebrity matchmaker, and she actually works on pairing people together who have otherwise can't figure out how to go ahead and get a date for themselves.
Yeah,
am I right, Elle?
That's about right.
Pretty accurate, correct?
That's right.
Would you say that the dating scene in LA as a whole is dysfunctional?
I do a lot down in San Diego as well, but I think the dating scene all around, especially with social media out there, it's pretty dysfunctional.
Right.
Mess.
Yeah.
But none of us can figure it out. We're all discombobulated in our own little
Temptation
ways.
Island out there.
That's right. I think that's what it is. It's too hard to stay focused on anyone in particular. Would you the relationships that you piece together from randoms? I assume. You've got at least one that's a paid contributor to your
Right. I'm a high-end matchmaker, so I have one paying client.
Okay.
Typically, I catered more toward men, but now I'm getting a lot of divorced women that are coming into some cash.
Right.
Surprise
Man,
on
the
that
cycle
one,
of life.
Yeah.
Are women getting hotter?
I think they are, but I don't know. I think they're getting weirder looking with all the Botox and crap.
Right?
Yeah,
What's up
exactly.
with all
Weird look. It's the 40. It's the 40 and up look. They look like transvestites.
It is strange.
Yeah.
It is strange.
I think
I
they
see
think we're
those all
staring
the
at them
time.
because they think they're hot. But
Yeah,
we're
and then
trying
you
to
get-
figure out what the hell
exactly.
they did to themselves.
I
They're
agree.
like, hey, I'm 50 grand in, and I got some nice assets here, but
I do that a lot. I look at people that are extremely unique, and next thing you know, we make eye contact, and it's like,
Whoa.
yikes!
Yeah,
I have to
it's
smile
like
at you, and now
Butterface.
it's like I like you somehow.
Yeah.
I'm trapped.
no, I see those kind of. I've spent a fair amount of time in Macy's this holiday season just looking at stuff for myself, clearly because I don't have anybody to buy for. But I see those types all the time. They're spending money on themselves, and you're like, wow, you are looking worse and weirder, and just everything.
I think it's like an anorexic girl. A girl that's she looks in the mirror and she sees herself as fat. But
Right.
I don't know. These girls must do these poses because I don't know what the heck they would do to keep thinking to go. I mean, the teeth, the lips, the forehead, the cheeks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all looking alike.
I look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, I'm fat, but I'm right about that. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
It's a horrible look.
Well, I think a woman thinks that if you have no wrinkles that you have sex appeal. I mean, sex appeal, you either got it or you don't. I mean, just because your freaking forehead it doesn't move doesn't mean you're sexy. Now you're just a freaking freak.
Right. How tall are you, Elle?
I'm about 5. I'm only 5'6.5". But I'm wearing hooker heels.
You are a long-legged, long-limbed. You're like very. You've got that.
Because I got broad shoulders.
Oh, they're not padded though.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? They're mine. I didn't pay for them.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. And your hair too is also that very straight, nice look.
That's
You don't have that knot at the top where they just kind of like tourniquet the thing, get it all sucked up.
I like the white trashy look. I want to keep it.
I love that.
I like it too.
It's so It's so down to earth.
I got the roots coming in and stuff.
I like that, though. That's hot.
That is so Simi Valley. I love that.
Before we go even too far, maybe we should actually, because I wanted to do this as well, is to acknowledge the people that do not know who we are. We are international.
We actually have a long list of radio stations that are now carrying us. Where is that list, anyways? Somebody left it out there.
Not here. We would probably spend the entire segment going through each and every one. But you know what? I do want to put out a couple things with Dre. Shout out with Drazen, with Rock and Roll in My Blood, and especially with Tizzy, XSR, XRP. I can go into it again.
Stream live for both of those.
We are in UK. We're in Croatia, Canada,
Italy,
South America.
We're in
India.
Italy. We're
everywhere.
Yeah, no.
And people don't know who we are, but we'll grow on you.
No, exactly. We will grow on you. Either that or we'll blow
you like
on
it or not. Face it, you're stuck with us. Get used to it. You'll like it.
You're gone.
We're forcing our love upon you.
So, Elle, what is the entry level? Let's say somebody was interested in contracting your services. What is the entry level? And is there a pay scale depending on the caliber of women that you're hooking them up with?
Were you asking what the clients pay me?
Well, no, not specifically. Not specifically, because I'm sure if I was to say, "Hey, hook me up with somebody," $37.95 would be like the entry level girl. That I'd be expecting.
It's not like bootycall.com. I'm not that. I'm more like if people pay me thousands of dollars and I go out and I hunt people down. So they tell me what they want. That we sit down and go through an interview, and then I go out actually and hand pick someone. And whether I see them at Starbucks or wherever I'm at, if I see a girl that looks like the type they are, then I go up and ask her if she's single, and then I call her in for an interview, and then I sit down and figure out if like a man is a plan for her, or they're just like these gold. I can figure this shit out pretty quick.
Yeah, I hear you. I mark that. So we actually, what I was actually saying was, so it's not like you've got a blacklist of your own friends and you're like, hey, I've got this really hot rich guy. Why don't you go out on a couple dates with him? These are actually completely unknowns to you, and you find them.
Yeah. And I work with other matchmakers from here to Santa Barbara that have come in, people that have gone in for interviews and stuff. So we go through a pretty big interview. These guys are all high profile guys that are very wealthy and successful. So you have to bring them someone that just doesn't work at Jack in the Crack.
Right. I never worked
unless she's super hot.
Unless she's hot. If you're a 50-year-old guy and he wants a 25-year-old, who am I to tell him you can't have it? That's what makes him happy. That's what I go get him. I'm not here to change his. I'm not a psychologist. Say, you need to be with
exactly. Be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
There again, guys have the same services at their disposal in terms of, you got. Do you find that a lot of these guys are on supplements or those? What? No, what is it? No, not those kind of supplements. Okay. No, we leave that for Toolranchula. He's the one who needs them.
I eat those things like
that. Exactly. He's like, he pops them like M&Ms. No, what I mean is more like human growth hormone, stuff like that. Are these guys in exceptional shape at their age?
No, they're just business guys that are tired of doing the dating scene, and they've mostly all been married, and now they're divorced. Their kids are older, and they don't want a lot of the stress and the drama. But since they don't have a girl there, they put most of their time into work, so they work late, and they don't want to go out and hang out on Tuesday taco night at like the Brigantine or wherever.
I hear you. Okay. So the peasant's not necessarily the pickup spot.
We're like a concierge. It's a concierge service. I basically see what they see, and I go out and get it.
That was a shout out for the peasant, wasn't it?
Peasant who? No, I think that and would you say that service is more in fashion these days? Is something, because I think things go in, there's trending going on there on almost every level. So would you say it's a little bit more of a fashionable sort of thing to do, to say, hey, look, I don't have time to deal with going out there and meeting someone on a completely completely organic level.
Right.
I want somebody to say, I think you two would do well together. I mean, if a 50-year-old says they want a 25-year-old, the longevity factor is not likely, in my
Right.
opinion. So they have to be realistic about that.
Some people just like to date, though. I mean,
Right.
some guys just want to like the journey along the way. I mean, they kind of have a bucket list when they first go in. They like if a guy's successful, typically he can get the younger, hotter girl. That's
Right.
just the way it is. And a lot of guys go through that. Okay, I'm going to try this at first. Well, that's not stimulating because she's freaking texting all dang day.
Right.
So let me move it up a little bit. Now I want someone with kids. No, I don't want someone with kids now because now I can never see them.
Right.
So let's get someone else. So they kind of change as you're kind of going through the whole process with them.
Right. And if somebody comes to you directly and just says, and just starts listing off physical attributes that they want, and I'm sure they do. Yeah,
oh yeah, no nail polish. They want, the girl next door with ginormous boobs. I mean, they want like the butt. I mean, they tell you they give you. They're freaking paying a lot of money. They want what they want.
Right.
Yeah.
So as opposed to, let's say, dating a high profile or high end hooker, what is the in other words, what's the payoff? I've often wondered whether or not going that route just to save yourself all the trouble of having a relationship.
Well, that's kind of because that's just like that's just the one night deal. Maybe he wants to.
Yeah.
Hooker, you're just kind of you're kind of doing and getting done for the
Let's
night.
say escort. Let's just say escort, because really, some of these guys have gotten to the point where they actually do want a little bit more on the communication level. Some, like you say, are just into the physical and they just want something that looks good on their arm when they show up at the fundraiser or whatever.
Right.
Other than that, I think that maybe their first failed marriage was the one where they went that route, went the physical route, didn't realize how completely unfulfilled they'd be with someone that only concentrated on.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So now, I'm completely just gonna dig in as far as what do you see in terms of what they want on an emotional level, on a physical level, on a intellectual level.
Well, I think basically, we all want to be happy. So I think what these guys do is that a lot of the 40-plus women, though, nowadays, especially with all the plastic surgery, these women walk around feeling so entitled. They're so narcissistic. And to sit and try to have a conversation with that particular age bracket, women kind of, and not all women, because I'll probably have a lot of feminists up my ass, but they kind of base their life on getting attention. They're just, the rearview mirror is always pointed at them. But especially getting to that certain age bracket of women, it's pretty bad out there. I think women that have tons of women friends, you should stay clear, because women just want to see people fall. They just want to bring you down. And they're trouble. They're like their own kind. I stay clear of that too. It's scary.
In fact, I want to add something to this as well, because this one here was actually kind of recent as well. There was somebody that actually sued his wife and won a large settlement because his daughter was born ugly. And essentially what happened is that, I guess she had a series of plastic surgery treatments where she became hot. But then looking back at the photographs, she was actually pretty ugly. And, he ended up suing her because it was basically, I guess, fraud.
Oh, interesting.
I think I read something on that, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that right there has got to play a role in finding that perfect someone, too. There's a bunch of factors that go into it. You meet someone that you may think on the surface, man, you're pretty damn hot. You got a cool, a cool attitude to you. We kind of jive together a little bit, only to find out that super cool hot chick is not necessarily that hot chick.
Well, that's why I think a lot of people tend to go out to a lot of social events together, because there's no freaking way you're going to be able to sit at home and have a conversation with this chick. You got to have her out because you're so freaking bored the guys are going to snap. You get these guys that are, I got guys that are Harvard grads. They're all very successful businessmen. And to sit here, the beauty is just going to, in the end, you fall in love with the brain, really.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So you have to find, it's really kind of finding someone like-minded. I'm a big believer in that opposites don't attract. attract, you have to have someone that it thinks like you. Like me, I'm totally ADHD. If I'm getting on the freeway, I want to go right to the fast lane. If I'm getting on the freeway with some dude and he's freaking sitting his ass in the slow lane, and then, you know, it may be cool for a couple weeks because we're talking, but if his ass is sitting in the slow lane, I'm going to be freaking having a panic attack.
You go around this guy.
Throwing a handful of pennies at him.
There's two people in the car here. Why can't we be taking the fast lane? Speaking of fast lane, I think this is going to be an interesting segue because later on in the show, and for those of you who haven't actually psychologically registered this yet, we are going 2 full hours, which means we have lots to talk about.
Correct.
But we are going after this segment into an NHRA segment with some of our previous guest hosts or guests that we interviewed at the NHRA
Superstar and champion.
That's right. Yeah, we've actually got some NHRA legends coming in. One being Steve Johnson and also
beautiful Katie
Sullivan. California Katie.
Yeah, California Katie. What's up, Katie?
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of fast lane, sounds like you're into the fast lane yourself. You like cars? You like
motocross? My son races motocross. I worked for No Fear for 10 years.
Very cool.
I can talk
see
moto
you
pretty
doing
good.
that.
Yeah, I had a YZ 125.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, I actually rode motocross not motocross per se. I was more of a desert rider, but...
Oh, yeah. I think 5 guys died in the desert this weekend.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
From the cold?
From the cold in the desert.
Could be.
Nice one, man.
Well,
that's typically when people die in the cold.
If you don't have firewood, you know how expensive firewood is out there, and they don't let you chop the trees down anymor. So
I guess it does get pretty cold in the evening time out there.
Especially in the desert, because you're in high desert. It's cold as hell.
I heard you're supposed to bury yourself in the sand.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. No, I buried myself in a bottle.
Somebody want me to die, I guess. Go bury yourself in the sand in the desert. Exactly. Someone's like, get the hell out of my face.
Exactly. I've spent a couple very cold New Year's out in the Red Rock Canyon area, high desert, and it is cold.
I try to have a Jim Morrison recreation moment.
I just start my motorcycle and snuggle up to it.
Oh, yeah.
I just turned around and came back home. Like, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm good.
I did it twice. The first time I took mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
Did you just say that? Mark that one.
Mushrooms.
Mark that.
And sauce. And we mixed it all together. We had like a special dinner.
Not what you think. It was
the
definitely
mushrooms and sauteed, and
That was the tires just running right over you.
Exactly.
The city bus. So speaking of which, I gotta give a little shout out to Mike for doing that incredible intro for us. LA is on fire. In fact, I wish it was, man, because it is cold here, and I know that we don't have much to complain about compared to the rest of the country. I know they're having a cold snap just about everywhere.
Boy, you're not kidding.
But it's cold, man.
Well, I think they've been saying that the poles are changing. What do you think about that? Are the poles changing?
What poles?
Wow. No, the poles do not change overnight.
Yes, they're shifting.
It could take 10 years.
The poles are shifting.
The
Arctic
poles, northern and
southern poles are actually shifting. So what was cold is going to become hot.
Oh, okay.
And what is hot is going to become cold.
By the time that actually happens, we will be dead.
Or you'll be probably buried in the sand in the desert.
Exactly.
With your spaghetti and mushrooms.
Likely.
Exactly. No more snowboarding for you guys over there sitting on our VIP couch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a glacier. Right. Yeah, it's gonna be a glacier. Your house is gonna actually be the new ski spot.
Hey, you know what? California can still become an island,
right? So you work from here to San Diego. What is the? There's a lot of money in San Diego as well. So
Rancho Santa Fe is where I'm based out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like all the beach
That just sounds like money, doesn't it? Rancho
Santa Fe. You used to live down there, actually. You used to live in what was it?
Temecula.
Temecula.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
What's there where the military base is?
Camp Pendleton, Oceanside.
You got it. Yeah, right next to San Clemente.
Santa Clemente. That's what I was thinking of. I like that area, man. It's beautiful.
Well, it's been a while now. I don't remember. No, I still remember.
You just remember 90 to the 57 to the 210.
I thought I was going to remember
to the
118.
Went blank on that one.
You know?
All right. I gave it a second chance, but still no.
Yeah. No.
Okay, well, that's all right.
Not for me. So in terms of the caliber of women, or not necessarily caliber of women, but the emotional sanity of the women. How about that?
I was going to ask.
I think LA women are completely off their rocker. I think they're taking too many pills.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are taking pills and they're doing a lot of the injections. Would they say?
Oh
actually,
my God, that reminds me. I've got some in my pocket.
Take a pill real quick. They say that women that do a lot of Botox actually they have less empathy.
Yeah, exactly. Your compassion for other people takes a nosedive.
Right.
I've seen it. I've actually seen it.
Well, I think you get the Facebook and all these women think that they're famous. You got these moms that are like, I mean, I have 2 kids. I can't imagine if I was taking all these selfies, posting pictures of me up on Facebook and bikinis.
Right?
I mean, it's
Mom.
I don't mind that one bit. I do not mind that.
Well, I mean, if you got kids,
selfie it up.
Yeah, because it's your kids that are like, "What the hell, Mom? I'm wearing my pants." Jeez.
So
Good job.
They all think they're famous. They all think that the paparazzi is following them around, and it's
with Instagram nowadays, and was it Facebook?
The paparazzi is following us around.
Yeah.
There's a few outside right now, actually, on my way.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. They're hanging around your Jeep.
Did you not see them?
No. They're hanging out by her Jeep, man. You got a very cool Jeep, by the way. I like that. It is pretty badass.
Well, we'll go ahead. We'll have Silverback escort you out there.
Yeah, I
punch somebody in the mouth.
I'd rather be recognized for my Jeep than.
So you used to ride a YZ125.
Ooh, that was my favorite bike because you could just start it quick.
Oh. What? How? Oh, yeah, exactly, because there's no compression.
Yeah. I mean, I tried the 450s or the 250F. I was on there.
Right.
Just
was it a Fump Nut?
It was a Fump Nut. I just came out of a 450. I had to get rid of it because it hurt me, but. But yeah, that compression is pretty crazy. I actually grew up on CR500s, KX500s, and half the time I'd break the Kickstarter off just trying to get it started. So,
well, just so I'm clear, I mean, obviously, in the line of work that you do, I mean, you're capitalizing off people that really just don't have time to engage, go into the bar scene or maybe. Yeah,
well, I think they want to. When you hire someone like me, it's like hiring a lawyer or something. You want someone that you can trust and that's going to actually go out there and bring them what you want. So they trust me, and plus, I make sure that we agree on who we're going to set them up with. So it's not just like Match.com where they go in and like this person comes in and they're 20 pounds heavier or they're completely deceived on what they thought. I saved them a lot of time. And
that picture was first. 2008.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Back in high school. Whoops. Sorry, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah. Every time I see Troy get excited about somebody he's just met on Facebook or something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's like a 14-year-old picture. Sorry, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, really?
I'm getting full.
Really, like he doesn't know.
Full. All right, maybe, probably.
They suck up a bunch of naked pictures off the internet, send them to him.
Right,
like,
exactly. I'm like, wait a second. I saw that site. That's not that one. I know. Exactly. I know them all now. They can't fool me.
Exactly. It's like, hey, didn't you notice that she's like standing in front of that poster of Big Boy when he was still fat?
Oh, yeah.
That's like 5-7 years ago.
I have faith, man. I have faith in people. I think Big Boy's fat again.
Yeah, wow, that's your mistake. That's your big mistake.
Is he still alive?
Who?
Big Boy.
Big Boy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just skinny now, so nobody recognizes him.
So he's like Little Boy.
He looks like...
he's Little Boy.
He's not Little Boy, but I'm saying...
Skinny Boy.
He's skinnier.
You could take him.
No, I couldn't. I think he's still tall.
Really? Yeah,
he's tall.
Besides,
tall, skinny boy.
he plays like he's ghetto. So, anyways,
well, I want to ask some more questions about. Okay, so what I mean, realistically, going into a relationship. Obviously, for me, anyhow, I'm just speaking personally because these are things that I can relate to. If you're looking for somebody, you never find them.
Right.
You believe it?
Well, Well, yeah, I mean, I just think you just have to kind of put yourself out there. See, if I'm out there, I don't let someone pass me by. If you're in Starbucks and you see this freaking hot chick, and then you're kind of checking her out, but you're like, shit, she's freaking walked by me. I should have walked up.
Yeah.
Me, they don't walk by me because I just go up and ask them. So, like, that's why it's good to have me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So basically,
So I don't let them walk by.
You're like me in that sense.
I'm like you. I'm like an extension of you.
Thank you. Okay, so exactly right. So let's just say, for example, Silverback and myself are walking down the street.
Right.
If Silverback was not involved in a relationship, which we'll just, so that you won't be talking about that. But if you were in one, seriously, or if you weren't, and you saw a super hot chick, and you said, wow, she's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I wish I could say hi to her or something.
Yeah.
What do you think my reaction would be at that point?
Well, I was actually thinking, what would you do if you had somebody that said, look, I just need the intro. I'm going to go out there with you, say this is what I like, do the introduction. That way it is a little bit more organic.
Right. Well, you know what I do, though, is when I set them up on a blind date.
Yeah.
So because, that's how it is when you're out and you see someone, usually you make eye contact and the cute guy, the girl walks over to you and you're like they bump into you and you're kind of, your hormones start going.
Right.
I mean, that's how it is naturally. So
exactly.
When I set them up on a blind date, I don't have them freaking calling first. I don't have them emailing. So when they walk in, they kind of like, they already know what they kind of look like. So they already, say this, I think this person attractive. Then they can see if something is turned on or not.
Right.
And I just have them eat for a quick drink or something. No dinner, nothing, because if not, then you're like,
drink,
you want to get the hell out of there.
quickly enough.
So you're not like the eHarmony guy that sits in between them and says, okay.
No, you got to be done quick. People
I would
hold
throw
on.
the guy out of the
You got
frickin'
to get
room.
rid of quick.
You're gonna know.
You're still here, buddy?
Quickly. Well, I'll tell you what. So in that sense, then, what are some of the biggest don'ts as far as meeting new people? Not only what you don't do, but what you should generally shy away from. The red flags, let's say.
You mean like
don't have a Hitler mustache?
I shaved mine off weeks ago, and I'm saying my love life has bounced back incredibly. It's way
Seriously,
better.
it's a chaplain. It's a chaplain.
I'm saying, and I had matching one downstairs too. That was horrible.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Okay, so big bushy eyebrows.
No.
Everyone's pretty cleaned up though that come to me because they've.
Is there a butt for every seat?
There is.
Or a seat for every butt, I should say.
Seat for every butt.
He usually he'll wear his.
I work it out. I figured it out eventually.
I got
Thanks.
Can I wear your ass as a hat? Is what he's saying.
Right.
I got it.
So no, what I mean is, when you say the 50-year-old guy that wants to meet the 25-year-old, for instance, and she's texting all day long.
Well, he'll probably, he'll be done with her.
But is that a big no-no in general?
Well, it's obviously no-no. It's obviously no-no. Maybe to not talk about your ex. But this, like, I tell the guys too, or the girls look at. I don't go out when I interview these people. I don't go out and have drinks with them. So I can't. I don't know if you remember Kim Basinger from Blind Date. I can't tell you. So I can't tell you if she's going to turn into Kim Basinger or total cuckoo bird.
Right.
After she's had a couple drinks. Which my thing is that any matchmaker will say, don't drink too much in their first date. Don't talk about. I'd say complete opposite, because wouldn't you rather want to know sooner? I say if the girl wants to get freaking lit, get her ass lit. If she's that stupid to do it, wouldn't you want to know? See if she wants to talk about her ex. Wouldn't you want to know crazy ex is going to be chasing your ass the first night rather than wait freaking 3 weeks down the road? I say you bait the crap out of people because that way it saves you.
Bait them into all their negative tendencies.
I agree with it.
I agree with it too.
Corrupt them right off the bat.
If they're willing to give in, then I don't want to waste any time. We're all wasting time on all these idiots.
No, it's like, hey, have you ever done that?
Swing crop attack?
Let's go.
Yeah.
You into that?
So I say beta. I'm kind of the opposite. You know, if you watch, Millionaire Match, she gives the, no monogamy, whatever.
No
sex before monogamy.
All right.
No drinking. Lame. No 2 drink minimum. But you're telling all these people to completely put up a facade.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
put your best foot forward.
What if the girl's a total lush? I mean, I say, yeah, you want another drink? If she says no, then cool. Then that she's cool. If she keeps drinking and drinking and drinking, then frickin' be done with her.
Right.
Just trade her ass in. Quick.
Or just hook it up that night and say, give me another. That worked out great.
Yeah,
just what I wanted.
So leave like a semi-tab open for her while you bail.
I paid for my drinks.
Shoot, 10 more bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom. Not really.
So again, I think we could probably go over the big do's and do nots. But yeah, if you go in best foot forward and completely mislead the other person about who you really are, I think you're
which everybody
just
does
setting
at
yourself up to have
everybody
problems.
does. They're all. I mean, we all kind of on our best behavior because it really does take you a while to know somebody because all of a sudden you're like, God, that chick was so cool, but now she's she's nuts, she's psycho. I can't get her out of my house. She keeps freaking texting me. She's freaking crazy. I mean, you start. You can figure it out. I mean, girls kind of because guys are kind of not real smart in that department. Girls got you guys figured out pretty quick.
We're very simple creatures.
Yeah, I mean, if a guy says he's hungry, he's hungry. I mean, if that's just kind of
exactly
how guys,
not like let's wait
you guys
an
got our number
hour
pretty well, huh?
Girls got the number, but you guys have kind of created monsters in these women. I mean, the guys kind of like, pay, they think because the girls, paying them for all this stuff, and you've just made these like monsters out of these women. I mean, they're like
we got to get them back in check, is what we're saying.
I think there's a pecking order. I mean, to me, guys rule the roost. They should. I mean, there's got to be. You can't have 2 dominant people in a household.
Yeah, right.
So you have to have. I mean, the way the animals are. I mean, like I think that the guys should rule the roost, dominate, but in a respectful way. And you need to set the. If you guys go in the army, they just get respect right from the beginning. As soon as they walk in, you got to have a respect and relationship. Mm-hmm. And if the roles start reversing, where you get these women that come in that want to take charge, you create a bunch of little passive pansies and these little metrosexual guys.
I think that's a huge problem.
They're getting run over, and then you got all these freaking women walking around looking like freaking they're like creatures.
Right. I'll tell you what, we're going to be taking a commercial break, but I'm going to throw in some last minute thoughts on that note. Is that it's actually you say from a nature perspective, I think it's actually dead opposite because it's mostly the guys that sit around or the male of the species looking pretty, and the girl goes out and does all the hunting. They raise the kids. They do all the.
Well, you guys need to do that better.
Well, you know what? Screw that. No, what I mean is that I think some women believe that if they just took the lead role in a lot of ways, everything would be fine. You wouldn't have, and it's not so much, but the emasculation, I think, like you say, is a big problem.
Well, with the kids and everything like that, obviously, there's a certain thing that maternally that we're supposed to do as women.
Right.
But as far as like households and stuff, to me, I think it is the guys' jobs. These women that are just so domineering, it just becomes unattractive.
That's true. It's true. Well, especially on both sides, because once the guy starts going, okay, it's like, wow, man, sack up a little bit. You need to man up and assert yourself. And true, because I think that the feminist movement has really taken a lot of the wind out of the guy sail, in a lot of ways, and it's done it to them. And now the women are probably wishing that they hadn't gone that route so much. It's like, wow, I really like getting the doors open for me and stuff now. I like being treated like a woman rather than acting like So either way. So, Mike, if you're out there, throw some more commercials into my commercial break because I can't find any more. We've got a whole slew of people in here.
Yeah, we definitely have some different opinions here, right?
Do we?
Yeah, good buddies. Hi.
No, we didn't say. We didn't say chime in, but you can sit there and laugh at us. So yeah, I think that's definitely an issue. We've
because if women aren't, especially if women aren't working and a guy's providing.
Oh, and there it is. That's
There you
commercial
go.
break.
Okay.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay.
Gorilla Cooking Radio Show. Oh! Stay right there. We'll be back after these messages.
He's back for another season to torment and delight your fragile little mind. He loves to let you know what he truly thinks, telling it like it is, without all that sugarcoating bullshit. Join us live every Friday at 8 on American Psycho, hosted by comedic legend, in his own mind, Mr. Brian Crow, bringing the best and worst of whatever is bothering him this week, and as always, showcasing the music of his special guests and undiscovered talents straight from the heart of Los Angeles. Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific and only on Dice Site Radio. Why don't I have any friends? Why doesn't anyone like me? Why was I beaten unmercifully just for walking into that kid at school? Because you're a geek. Attention nerds, geeks, goofs, dorks, and dweebs. You now have friends. Want a friend? Come join us live every Friday at 5 Pacific on Excite Radio. Unveil and expose geek life on Geek Speak. Because if we don't, who the fuck will? Call in via voice, Skype, or instant message. You can now watch us live on Ustream and subscribe on iTunes. Be there or be a fourth dimensional rectangular object with parallel areas that intersect to form a shape.
The unique and immense beauty is exposed in Viva Glam magazine. From beauty, hair, fashion, health, celebrities, fitness, and culture, Viva Glam magazine shares the secrets of the industry and brings you into their world. You can also subscribe to the exclusive Viva Glam digital magazine and get more in-depth tips, tricks, and advice from fashion and beauty experts. Visit VivaGlamMagazine.com for all the details you've been missing. Viva Glam magazine.
Supersonic kiss from above. She's a fuel-injected love. She screams across the sky. She's a drop-dead surefire high. I wanna believe her eyes. She'll kiss you as she kills you.
We specialize in printing and product manufacturing for advertising and marketing. We look forward to serving your business's printing, mailing, and marketing requirements with competitive prices and superior customer service. To learn more about what we can do for you and your local business, visit us online at promedia.la or call 818-947-1605. promedia.la.
Stop dragging your bodies through the garden. You're ruining the roses. Pick up your phone. Call 213-973-2977. We're live. I love this song.
Hello, this is Brad Smith from Abandoned Jalopy and Blind Melon, and you're listening to Silverback on Gorilla Cookie Radio.
Welcome back to the Gorilla Cookie Radio Show. In the studio now is, once again, Elle France. She does not only sound like a international plane ride, but she's also a matchmaker du jour. She also has some other interesting projects on the docket, which we were just talking about now. Apparently you're doing a reality show. Sounds like fun. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called The Romance. It's shot down in San Diego, and I'm one of the judges on it. It'll be airing in January.
Hey, we're only half an hour into this show, and I'm almost shot.
Oh, yeah. That sounded nice. You sounded like you're gargling.
That sounds yummy.
That would be another don't.
Gargling.
But we're not trying to
gargle on a date.
No, but it's good because you want someone else that can...
You know what? Sometimes people aren't necessarily watching what I'm doing, so you got to add in some of those sound effects. Otherwise, nobody knows what the hell's happening.
Yeah. They're watching you for sure.
Yeah, that's
I can't. Wow, I'm trying to go PG-13 on this.
He's over there shaving. Whatever. Hey, what's up, people?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're very professional.
I gotta go ahead and check some other stuff out. But I was gonna say too, because we had talked prior to you coming into the studio, and we had documented some people that were involved in the project, and I lost my list.
Oh yeah, Ken Gore. He's a producer and another matchmaker from up here in LA. Well, she's a dating and makeover expert, in Kim Seltzer. But so I'm just a judge in the show, and we're right now going through the dating process. As everyone, it's shot in San Diego, so it's going to be playing locally down there.
How did you get them to pick it up? Who picked it up and how?
I actually met Ken on LinkedIn, but he said he was taking people that had like degrees and stuff in psychology. But I met with him, and he thought I was edgy and a little more to the point. I'm not all about love.
Ken Gore.
Love.
Once again,
good call.
Another one of those examples where somebody who doesn't have a college background can still push their way to the front with just
fake it till you make it. Is that what it is?
I've been doing that my whole life now.
Good vibe.
Is that what it is? Well, yeah, because I think intuition has a lot more to do with the actual inner workings of people and experience.
Experiences and being street smart. I mean, a psychologist. I mean, she just unless you want to talk to somebody that's been to what you've gone through, just because you've studied it. You don't. I mean, a girl studied getting off of drugs, and you go in there. I'm freaking, and she's never experienced it. You'd rather go to somebody who experienced it.
Right.
So
exactly.
I think with anything in life that it's always better to talk to somebody that's gone through something.
Right. I often used to say, how high should I do this show? And now I ask myself, how did I ever do this show high?
Yeah, how high are you are you doing the show?
Yeah, I can multitask, although
how do you ever do the show not high?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you for reiterating what I just said.
Just want to go ahead and support that.
I'm sweating in here. I don't know if it's just you. It's like, take off your clothes, please.
Instagram, get ready.
Yeah. Exactly. No, all the turning on the fan does is make a big whooshing sound in our fantastic XI radio mics. So speaking of which, actually, I thought you were talking about some list that we should be going over.
Correct.
And nobody brought the list back.
No, this list was it was misplaced, and who knows?
It's not misplaced. It's out there.
It is. It is out there.
Screaming red, white, and blue. It's right on the desk.
It's screaming red, white, and blue.
I'm saying it's in your face, like America, dude. Come on now. All right.
Okay,
Tell us
listen,
more about your...
I'm the type of guy that has like refrigerator blindness. So, I go in there, I'm like, where the hell's the milk?
I need a lackey. I need a studio lackey. Somebody that's sitting on our couch, perhaps, that would make a quick run out there for all the... airing us out.
Oh, yeah, that feels good.
Would one of you please indulge me and go grab that list of... It's like it just says a bunch of...
stuff on it.
It's a big pencil-written list. Bring it in. Bring it on in.
It should be on the table.
Speaking of which, actually, so this being our new, not only time slot, 2-hour time slot on a different day, cha-ching.
Oh, this one
there
here.
it is.
Okay. No, this is definitely, this is one of the lists.
This is one of the lists.
That's fine, we'll stick with this one. This is good enough.
Wow, the other list is the people that Troy hates, which is much longer. That's why he's like, what? Only one page?
There you go. Let's just stick with your list.
What do you have?
She's got a list.
Holy, she comes in more prepared than we are.
Right, exactly.
She's like, I got a bunch of crap here.
This is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, what else?
Yeah. See, this is somebody who gets actually paid to do what they do.
If he goes ahead and says something like a Toolranchula would, here's my response.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise we just
fire back.
As I said last season, I just come in. I'm just paid to talk and drink.
No one's supposed to see that. These are credit card numbers.
Oh, boy.
No, you got it. No, you got it. Never mind.
Is that it?
Yeah, you got it.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only made that much funner. It's only made that much funner. This is a very impromptu comeback show. So in case you guys don't know, again, new time slot on Thursday. We wanted to reach more of our people out there in Nana Land, wherever you may be.
Things have to be different across the world. So our way of living is probably much different from a lot of these other people. I mean, you go figure,
the way
right?
we live?
Yeah, I mean, figure there's some demographics out there like that, people living in Croatia.
Oh. Well, I mean, I only woke up 2:30 this afternoon, so I suppose I would be on par with somebody who's living on the other side of the world.
Right, but I mean, instead
they're
of
getting up about the same time as me.
Yeah, but I mean, instead of having a heater inside their room, they probably have a barrel of fire outside their door.
Oh, just wafting it in. Just something that's...
Yeah.
I feel like I've got a barrel of fire in my pants right now.
Fucking sweating over here.
I swear to God, let in some air.
I'm gonna go get warm on a barrel of fire.
Let in some air. Well, I think we're actually about to have a far more corporate conversation with a few of our following guests after this one.
This is the way to get advertisers.
So straighten up, please.
BarrelOfFire.com.
Pour me another drink. I can't taste any Jack Daniels in this one at all.
A great way to heat your home.
Exactly. You could just. I need a Jack Daniels flambe. It's in the freezer, sweetheart.
A Jack Daniels flambe. I love that.
I try. I'm gonna start reading off this list of radio stations that we are literally being syndicated on at this moment.
Well, actually, we can hold off on that for 1 second because I really want to pound this home.
That?
Your show, Romance. Is it The Romance?
The Romance.
It's The Romance, okay.
Right.
And it was actually picked up by Cox and Time Warner.
Cox and Time Warner picked it up.
Wow.
It's going to be on Channel 4 in San Diego.
And
we're coming out with a competing show called Bromance.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
It's about me and Troy here.
Yeah, who?
Yeah, who?
Yeah. Who's that guy? You replaced me already?
Toolranchula.
Okay, there you go. Correction.
That's
Okay. And so we have Ken Gora.
Right.
Now, Ken Gora was the gentleman.
He's a producer, yeah.
The producer, and then we also have
Kim
Seltzer.
Right.
Correct?
She's based here in L.A.
Is she also one of the judges, or
She's
what's
a judge.
her?
It's the three of us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's one of the judges, and Ken's also